So just today, the MormonLeaks wiki released a presentation that was prepared by a mission president a few years back. It's kind of interesting though, so let's take a look. The bottom line of what they're trying to say is that genders are not equal, but they are equally valued. So in this presentation, you'll see that they have two sides. The left side represents what a lot of people on the left might be thinking. They perceive this category of people to be quote-unquote some members, kind of inferring that they're the minority. But I think there's a lot of people who think this way in the church and just won't admit it. So this guy is basically saying that people who view things this way on the left are the outsiders, and the preferred view is on the right, over here, as viewed by the quote-unquote other members, which they think is the majority. The key thing to look at here is this phrase that right here, different rights. Okay, so the church views men and women as having different rights. It's nothing new for those of you who grew up in the church, but for the rest of us, for the rest of you, I should say, I did grow up in the church, so for the rest of you, this should be kind of a red flag. Personally, if any religion claims that genders or races or different people types have different rights, it kind of steps on the boundaries of the other constitutional rights that we have, like the freedom of speech, the freedom of life, freedom of happiness. Prime example is how the church conditions and indoctrinates women into thinking that they absolutely have to get married and they have to have babies for God to love them. The problem with that is that it won't make everybody happy, but it conditions them to think it will. Another example is how it conditions men into thinking that God will favor them if they serve a mission and all that crap. Slide 2 shows the disparity of female participation in the various levels of leadership in the church. So over here you see the first presidency. Of course, that's the quote-unquote prophet of the church and all the 12 apostles and all that stuff. Then they have the quorum of the 12 apostles here. Sorry, that's separate out. And then they have the quorum of the 70. Then they have the stake presidency. This blue here, these are all men. Okay, and the pink, of course, is women. So there's no women in the stake presidency. All these various levels of leadership don't have any women participating in them. So they're saying that those on the left will see this as a problem. Or stake, I'm not sure what this C refers to, but the B, bishopric, I guess, and W, council, means ward council. You see how a majority of them are men here. So, so they're saying some members here will view this as a problem, whereas other members view it this way. On the right side, so they have the scriptural reference that's kind of interesting. They're trying to give the appearance of giving equality where it's due, but it kind of falls short due to the fact that it clearly shows that men are the head and women are the feet, which is kind of interesting. I mean, in my world, my feet don't even compare to my head, which holds my brain. In fact, you could have both your feet removed and still function in society. I mean, without a head, you don't have a brain, you can't make decisions, and your head makes your feet move in the first place. So, I mean, the implication seems clear enough that the church believes that men are more important than women. Let's see, slide 3 is basically the same. Let's see, slide 4 adds some more body parts, and we could get into some more analysis with this and possibly some crude jokes, which I enjoy doing, but they're basically trying to rationalize their view and make it appear not so offensive. Anyway, that's all I wanted to point out with this video. Please let me know what you think in the comments, and thanks, and take care.